I'm an addict for sneakers.
What's good? It's your boy DJ Delz back with a brand new podcast here at the Sneaker Addict Show. Over here at youtube.com/the Sneaker Addict. I go by the name of DJ Delz. Lot to speak about. I'm just going to go right into the Q&A because everything I want to speak about people are asking. So let's get right into that. First, we'll start with Rob. He wants me to speak about these all-white Yeezy Low 350s. Love it. I love white sneakers. I just wish they released the white sneakers around, the beginning of August because it's like, nice out in summer and this is the time to wear white shoes. Instead, they released this black pair, which would have been great later on, when it's fall to winter, like around that time. Those would have been more suitable for that season. The white colorway would have been more suitable for right now or even, weeks ago. But all in all, real dope. Kanye wore them at whose birthday party? James Harden's birthday party. And there's pictures everywhere. You could go to my blog and you can see tons of photos. I keep adding more and more over at thesneakeraddict.com. He also asked about the OVO8s, my thoughts on that. I think they're dope. Looks like real nice leather. I love the back tab, how it has the OVO logo. I love that. Really dope. Next we got from Alex, I think that's the name, writes, talk about the OVO 10s coming out and the rate prices on eBay for them. Of course, it's going to be an expensive shoe as far as on the resale market. It's Drake, Whenever you attach an artist to a pair of Jordans, it's going to be a crazy price. That's just what it is. But I'm hearing it's not going to be as limited as, what we've seen in the past, like Eminem's collaboration with Jordan. But it's still not going to be easy to get, and it's still going to be limited, but it's not going to be nothing ridiculous like 313 pairs or nothing like that, like with M. Next we got from Nike SB Over Everything, writes, Nike Yeezy vs. Adidas Yeezy hype. I think it's kind of the same, right? I think it's kind of the same if you really think about it. People are really going crazy. I think, though, people are more mad afterwards with the Nike situation versus the Adidas situation. That's what I'm noticing. The aftermath, people are furious. I was pissed off as hell this time around with the black colorway because of the fact my girl wanted these so badly, and I bought a 6.5 for her on Adidas's website. I wanted to make sure that it all went through because I was like, man, watch it don't go through. This girl's going to be so disappointed. But she's not like one of those people that's going to be like pissed or this and that or be like a dick to me. But, she'll be bummed out. And I called. The lady was like, nah, your order went through. You're good. I called again the next day. Order went through. You're good. I called again the next day after that because I wasn't getting no delivery confirmation or nothing. The third day, they said, we're sorry, there was an error, and your order didn't go through. So, I was pissed off about that. I was really pissed off about that. If I can't order the shoe, that's one thing. But if I order the shoe and you take $220 out of my bank account, and then I don't see that for like 5 days after, I just recently got my money back yesterday, it's not the fact that, oh my God, I need that money back. What am I going to do? It's not that. It's just the fact that if you could take that money out of my bank account, that quickly, but you can't fulfill my order, that's where I'm pissed. It's like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? So it was frustrating. It sucked because I had to tell my girl, that the order got messed up and she was bummed out. She wasn't upset or nothing like that to the point where it was anything crazy because she's not really into sneakers like that, like most of us are. But she just thought they were cool sneakers to wear, which is what it's supposed to be about at the end of the day. They're just kicks. And I'm not spending $1,000 for those fucking shoes, especially those. Like, to me, I couldn't understand why people would pay a lot of money for the Yeezys that were made with Nike, but with the Adidas ones, maybe with the first one, because I haven't seen them in person, but they seem complex. But the Yeezy 350 is a very simple, plain ass shoe. You know, it's great. It's comfortable. I love wearing my pair. I wear them weekly, but as far as it being something out of the ordinary, amazing, a piece of art almost, like, nah, I don't see that with this 350. With the 750 I do, but I like the 350 better if I could choose. If someone told me right now, would you rather have the 350 or the 750, which I actually had someone ask me, that was actually the next question, asking which one I like better. I would rather have the 350 because it's more of my style, unless I see them in person and they look different, because some people keep telling me, Delz, the 750 you're missing out on, man. You know, you're gonna love that shoe if you seen it in person. It's not like what it looks like exactly in the photos. Like, I think you'll really like it. I mean, people are really telling me that, but I still have not seen not one person wear them. And I'm not paying no resale price. I didn't pay a resale price on the gray 350. Like, I got hooked up with those. A friend of mine really wanted me to have them because, you know, they know that I'm going to wear them and enjoy them, and they hooked me up. And thank you to that person if you're listening, for real. But with those Yeezys, man, the Yeezy 2, like, I wore the Yeezy 2 last week, and, man, I'm, like, looking at them, like, man, these things are a work of art. Like, for real, they're really a work of art. Like, just a beautiful pair of kicks. Some people say they're ugly, and that's fine, you know. It's just sneakers. We all got different taste. Like, who cares? Like I don't like cream cheese on my bagel. Like, you're not gonna say, oh, what are you, crazy? Like, you're not gonna, like, who gives a shit? It's just, you know, it's preferences of what people like. You know what I mean? From clothes to whatever the case is. That's all sneakers are at the end of the day. So if you think like a Yeezy's ugly, like, who cares, you know? But I personally think they're amazing. Like, I think the Yeezy 2 is absolutely amazing. The Yeezy 1, as time went on, I'm like, they're cool. I still want a pair, but they're not as, like, you know, that hype, like, brought it up to a whole other high. But the Yeezy 2 blows the Yeezy 1 out of the water, in my opinion. But the Nike Yeezy 2, like, by far is way hotter than what's been out there with Adidas, in my opinion. I mean, way hot. It's not even a conversation at all. Moving on. Son of New York writes, bring back some Jordan colorways like Midnight 16, Pearl Blue, Low 9s, etc. Hell yeah. The Citrus 7s. For real. Next, we got from E. Price the King. He wants me to speak about all the new Dornbeckers. Hey, I don't know much about it yet, but I'll keep you guys posted on my blog, thesneakeraddict.com. Next, we got, do you think the Anthracite 9s will sit on the shelves like the last two retros? I do. I definitely do, but I may be wrong. I may be wrong. Don't sleep on a shoe if you want them with these J's, because it's up and down now. You don't know, you know. Next we got from Nolan. He writes, you should do fan mail. Like, have fans send you stuff and you unbox it, like stuff like that. I just started putting out a P.O. box that's being checked every, like, week or so. And it's crazy because I ended up getting a package from Champ Sports. And for people that have been following me for so long, they've been wondering, why isn't Champ Sports sending me anything? And they sent me an awesome package. I unboxed it yesterday. Check out that video. A pair of Jordans, too, which was really nice. Shout out to Champs, man. Thank you. Thank you for acknowledging my show. I really appreciate that, for real. And I got another package today that I did right before recording this podcast, where I'm actually doing a giveaway with that, with some art, some Jordan art. And it's really, really nice. So check out that unboxing. Check out both of those unboxings. I'll put that in the description box below. Anyone that ever wants to send something to me to unbox, that it's like sneaker related or music related, or, you know, anything that they know I like Star Wars related, you know, I'm obsessed with Star Wars, hip hop, you know, stuff like that. Anyone ever wants to mail me anything for my show, for me, even if it's something personal that you may not want me to even share on the show, feel free, as long as it's nothing weird or crazy. Or keep in mind, it's getting sent to, you know, a post office box, so, you know, any kind of tricks or any kind of craziness, you know, could get you like in jail or locked up. So, you know, don't mess around. Just, you know, keep that in mind. You know what I mean? When you're mailing stuff. But, you know, anyone that got love from me, for real, if you ever want to do so, I'll put that in the description box below. Check the description box. I have tons of other stuff, but just look for that. I'll have that address. And I don't expect anyone to send me anything. I mean, you know, shout out to anyone that's ever sent me something. That's really nice of you. I really appreciate it. And, you know, just watching is plenty, like, for real. But I think it's fun, you know, that interaction. I think that's why people like to do this fan mail stuff, because I notice a lot of YouTubers do this, not even just sneaker YouTubers, just YouTubers in general. They have like fan mail, and people that watch the show send cool stuff to them. If it's something cool, I'm definitely going to unbox it and film it and post it on this channel, by the way, too. Next we got from DJ Monte Carlo. He wants me to speak about WWE Wrestling takes over NYC. How do I feel about some of the matches? I feel like the NXT Brooklyn was really, really good. The two main events were crazy. The girls are like dudes, man. The way, not the way they look, but the way they're performing. I mean, it's crazy. I was happy to see Bayley won the championship from Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks, man, whew, she's fire, right? That girl's smoking hot. Then we had Finn versus Kevin Owens. My guy, Kevin Owens. Gotta respect Kevin Owens. He wrestled 4 nights in a row, I'm pretty sure. He did NXT TakeOver, then the next day SummerSlam, then Raw, then the next day I'm pretty sure they usually film SmackDown, because SmackDown is not live, it's pre-recorded. The ladder match was excellent, great work. I knew, you know, the outcome of that. That was pretty predictable. I knew Kevin Owens wasn't going to win that match. That would have made no sense if they put the title back on him, storyline-wise. Like, that would just not add up at all. When it comes to SummerSlam, I thought it was okay. Highlights I thought I personally enjoyed was the New Day, you know, getting that title back. I love the New Day now. They went from just terrible to just awesome. Once they turned heel, it worked perfectly. What else did I like? I'm trying to think. I kind of was like not that impressed with SummerSlam. I'm gonna be honest with you. I did like Jon Stewart interrupting that match because he didn't want Ric Flair to have this record broke. Like, that was awesome. I did not like how the Brock Lesnar versus Undertaker match ended. I thought that was so stupid. It's like they both had to kind of like get their shine. It couldn't be just like a clean win. I don't even understand why they even had that match go down if Brock wasn't gonna lose. Like, I thought they were gonna make that match happen to have Undertaker redeem himself and have him have that look, you know, because even though it's predetermined wrestling and everything, when he lost at WrestleMania, it kind of like took away a lot from Undertaker and his look, you know, because you look at him as just like that dude and being like supernatural and being like just like the man. And then him losing at WrestleMania 30 kind of just put over Brock Lesnar so much and took away so much from Taker. I thought that this match was all about bringing back to life like Undertaker, you know. I don't get it. They should have just had Undertaker fight Sting and just left that whole Brock versus Taker situation alone. But that's what they decided to do, you know. Hopefully we'll see in the future Sting versus Undertaker. That's really what I want to see. Really what I want to see. And you know, it was awesome too on Raw the next day. Seeing the Dudley Boys back was fantastic, man. Those guys, man, I love the Dudley Boys still. And they still are great. They still are great, man. For real. We got another wrestling question, which I'm... Hey, listen, if you guys want me to speak, man, about other stuff, go ahead. You know what I mean? I'll try to answer as many of you guys back as possible. William, he writes, how do I feel about Sting coming back to fight Seth Rollins for the championship? I'm not really mad at it, but at the same time, I'm like... I want to see Sting versus Undertaker. Like, that's what I really want to see. I think that's what most of us want to see. But I think it's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun rivalry. I mean, you know, Sting is good on the mic. And I think Seth he's been able to cut some decent promos, so I think they'll have some nice back and forths on the road to this match, you know what I mean? I knew that Sting was behind that. It was kind of like obvious because they already showed the statue beforehand, so it was kind of like when they were unveiling the statue, someone had to be behind there. I actually thought it would either be Sting or Kane, because you got to remember, Kane is supposedly injured, and, you know, he's got a vendetta now against, you know, Seth Rollins. And I'm sure when that match happens, I would not be shocked if Kane comes and ruins everything for Seth, because I think they got to get that belt off of Seth sooner or later. I think the problem is who's going to get it, and maybe Sting will be the guy. They're definitely trying to, you know, make some history happen with Sting before they put him in the Hall of Fame. And how many years does Sting have left? And that's what, you know, makes me wonder, when are they going to have this Sting versus Undertaker match? Maybe they will do a retirement match. That's what I would expect probably in the future. We'll see what the case is. Next we got from Air Jersey 24. He wants to know about, you know, retros going up in price next year. From my understanding, starting I think next month or the month after that, retros are going to start going up to $220. And by next year, I'm thinking, I'm not 100% sure on this, I'm about like 80% sure, next year all the retros will be $220. And that's when, you know, Jordans are all going to sit on the shelves. Unless it's some super limited release where if you buy this shoe, resellers are going to be able to make double, if not triple. They're all going to sit on the shelves. There's no way in hell. I mean, people don't want to pay $190 now. I don't want to pay $190. Like, hell no. That's crazy. $190 is way too much money. That's why I wouldn't be surprised if those anthracites just sit. As nice as they look and as perfect as the timing is for them to release, because it's back to school now, you know, it's getting chilly, people are beginning to wear, like, you know, long sleeves and sweatshirts and starting to wear darker colors now. Those are dope right now. But $190 plus tax, depending where you live too. I mean, it's a waste, like, especially if you have a lot of Jordans. Like, I have a lot of Jordans, so, like, I don't need these sneakers no more, you know. I have this show, so people want to watch the reviews of them, I'm assuming. So, you know, I keep reviewing the shoes, but I don't need to own all those new Jordans that are coming out. I've got so many damn Jordans. Not bragging, just saying, I have plenty where I'm satisfied with what I have right now, you know. I'm definitely satisfied. I'm definitely not trying to brag. I got all these Jordans. Like, I'm not, definitely not if I came off that way. I'm just saying, like, I'm so satisfied where I don't need to hit the store and buy another pair. Like, definitely don't. And I think a lot of people are the same way. Like, they've got plenty of Jordans, you know. Like, do I need to spend $190 on the Marvin the Martian? Nah, that's how a lot of people are. Do I need to spend $190 on those new ones, the Statue 9s? Nah, and I think it's going to keep going. It's just going to keep going and going and going and going. You know, we'll see how those metallic low 6s sell. Like, if they fly off the shelves or they don't. I don't think those are going to sell either. We'll see. Some people really love that shoe. Some hate it. Some are on the fence. I can't stand the 6 low, but that's just me. Only time will tell. And I will have information on, you know, all those releases on my blog. Keep that in mind, thesneakeraddict.com. All that information will be on my blog over at thesneakeraddict.com. And I'll be tweeting information on my Twitter over at the Sneak Addict. Alright, next question we've got from Easy Streets, who wants to know what's my favorite Air Jordan after the 6. I would say the 11, then the 3, the 9. Watch my top 45 Air Jordans that I own. It's a great video, and you get to know more about what I love as far as with Air Jordans. Goya Bean Killer 718 writes, Baby Ewings. Yeah, that's dope. They got Baby Ewings for the kids. I love that. That's a great idea. And then next we got from Chocolate. He writes, talk about how you haven't updated my iTunes in a long time. Love listening to your show late nights at work. Can you please post some episodes up there for us? I stopped posting it there because I had to pay for it to be up there. So I figured just to upload it on YouTube because it's free. And, you know, you could just listen to it on the YouTube app versus listening on iTunes. If you know a way that I could put it up for free, then that would be awesome. I don't even know how to put it up there. I have someone that was doing it for me, and I had to pay them, and they, you know, were busy doing other stuff at the same time, so it was kind of hard for me to get all that done, you know what I mean? So that's the whole 411 on that. I wish that it was on iTunes every single show of mine. But I figured if it's free here, you can always just go on my YouTube channel and press play and just listen to it. I don't expect people to just stare at the same photo. It's really just for audio. This right here on YouTube, it's strictly for the audio. You know, some people complain, how come you don't post a whole bunch of photos? This is a podcast that I'm just broadcasting it here because it's free. And as I said, I'm on a budget, man. I got 2 kids, like, you know, I got bills, like, you know, I got a lot going on, man. So, you know, I got to be on a budget. I got to stay responsible, you know. I'm a very active father. If you follow my Instagram, you probably see, like, you know, I'm very active with my kids, and, you know, I try to be very responsible, especially with my money. And everyone should have a budget, especially if you have kids. So that's why I'd rather just post it here than on iTunes. But as I said, if anyone knows how to get it on iTunes where I don't have to pay hundreds of dollars to get it on, let me know, and I'll definitely get that popping. Next we got from Vincent. He writes, what's my thoughts on the black and white question? He has the red and white ones. He's thinking about getting those too. And then he writes, peace out. Keep up the great work. Thank you, Vincent. And I think they're going to be great. I mean, I've seen one review from Nightwing. It looked really nice. Shout out to him. Be on the lookout for Nightwing. He will be on an upcoming episode of Kicking It. It's already shot. It's done. He will be on the episode. And make sure to check out the first episode of Kicking It, which is out now, which features Currency, Liz Taylor, and Mr. Fomus Simpson. Shout out to them for being on the show. Shout out to everyone that's, you know, already recorded their spots for the show. Like, I got a lot of people for the next upcoming episodes, Kicking It 2, 3, 4. We got so many people on the upcoming episodes. Terminology, T. Blake, Dallas Penn, Greg Street. Just mad people, man. It's not stopping. Kicking It. I just want to make sure that enough people see episode 1 because it was a lot of work to put together. Episode 2 will be coming soon, though. Damn, I just lost my place. Shout out to Swaggy_C3, showing love. Burke writes about the Supreme 1 and 5s, and also about the Air Mags. Do I think those will come out this year? And shout out Burke Sargo. I hope I said your last name right. If not, my apology. The Supreme 1, 5, whatever. I mean, I don't even know if the Supreme 1 is official tissue, if that's really coming out. From the photos, it looks cool. The 5 I like, you know. I'm not planning on getting either or because it's just better off that way so you're not disappointed when you try to get them and you fail. That's just how I do with that. LA Rob says, shout out from Los Angeles. That's what's up, man. Shout out to Los Angeles. Much love. Swaggy also writes, are you going to get the Golf Wang Vans? If so, what colorways? I actually think I may shoot by a skate shop this weekend and see if they have them. I don't know. We'll see. I got to see if they'll have them and whatnot. Nolan writes, my thoughts on the hologram foam posits. I think they're dope. Private Gear writes, what do you think about Kanye West with Adidas versus what he was doing with Nike? I think that, you know, the actual product is better with Nike. I think that it's more impressive as far as the designs. I think that the 350 was dope, but I just think that it looks like a Adidas shoe that, you know, Adidas would have put out by themselves, and it just would have been a nice shoe, like the Ultra Boost or something like that. I feel like I don't get that Kanye West like feel to it when I look at the 350. When I look at the 750, I do, but not the 350. It just looks like, you know, a Boost shoe, a different version of a Boost shoe, which I'm not mad at. I like that shoe a lot. I love it. I wear that shoe all the time. But as far as what has impressed me more, as far as the actual models, the product, I haven't seen the 750 in person, as I was saying before, so it's kind of a little unfair to judge. But, you know, I've seen so many photos of it. I just am more impressed with the Nike work. Maybe if I see the 750 in person, I'll be completely blown away. So, who knows? Next, Nikes and Coronas. Sounds good to me. He writes, The Nike Air Presto. What's up with the sizing? Yeah, the sizing to that shoe is like small, medium, large. There's even extra small. Off top, I don't want to give the wrong information, but just go to my blog, thesneakeraddict.com, and just search, you know, Presto, and just search Nike Presto, and I actually have an article breaking down the sizing on it. If I remember, I actually will put that in the description box below. And if I don't, someone just leave a comment and just remind me, yo, throw us that link just to make life easy for you so you can see the breakdown of it. Because I don't have that in front of me right now. And I don't want to lose my place. Aaron writes about the LeBron 13. It looks alright. I was expecting a little more, but it's definitely not whack in my opinion. Kevin writes, how are you? I'm alright, man. I thank you for asking, man. For real. I'm alright, man. I could be better, but I can be a lot worse too, you know? Let's see. What's my place? If I missed your question, don't take it personal, please. It's literally me just losing my place. I've got, I think, like 70, 80 questions right here. Kirby writes, do you think the shoe game will get so crazy that you will want to give it up? I will never give up shoes because I love just wearing different shoes. Like, that's my whole thing. I love sneakers and I love fashion and I love wearing different kicks, matching different outfits, you know, different sneaker models, or, you know, they set off different moods that I'm in, what I want to wear for the day. So it's just part of me, part of my life. It's not a game to me. It's just part of my life. This is not a game. Sneakers is never been a game to me. The only time it's ever been a game is like if I'm trying to make a trade. Then sometimes you gotta kind of like play the game a little, you know. But besides that, I'll never not be into shoes. I will be, you know, 80 years old wearing a pair of J's or something like that. Yeah, I'll be that old dude with a cane, and one of you young motherfuckers will be taking a picture of me if I live that long. I mean, shit, 80 years, that's a long time, man. That's 50 years from now if I hit 80. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I just love wearing, you know, what I like to wear. So that's what it all is. Like, I'll never, like, fall out of it. I've been on YouTube for a really long time, man. Like, there's not too many people that's been on YouTube as long as me that's kept going, man. A lot of people stopped, or they started doing other shit on YouTube, man, and there's nothing wrong with that. But me, I love sneakers. It's always been like that. It's just that I have been able to make more money where I could actually buy more shoes, you know, versus before I wasn't able to do so. Shout out to Eric Lopez showing love. He loves them Cement 4s. I love them too, homie. Next we got from Beetle Phil. He writes, talk about how you feel about the way Adidas released the Yeezys on the website, random people allowed to get in. I didn't like it because I wasn't able to get my pair, so, you know, I didn't like it. I thought it really sucked because I wasn't able to get my pair, so I'm not going to be happy. If I got my pair, I'd be like, oh yeah, it's the best, it's great, but I didn't get my pair, so, you know, fuck how Adidas did it, you know? That's just how I am. I'm a customer. I don't work for the brand or anything like that. So I'm a customer. I don't get the shoe I want. I'm going to be, you know, annoyed. So I don't like the way they did it at all. Next we got Jason. This is one thing I wanted to speak about today, is financing sneakers. So now you can finance sneakers at certain stores, retailers that resell shoes like Flight Club. They are now allowing customers to finance shoes. So you can, like, for instance, if you want to buy a $5,000 pair of shoes, you can, like, finance it for like a year and pay, you know, monthly. That's unbelievable, ridiculous, stupid. Anyone that's doing that, you need to use your brain. It is so stupid to do that. You're wasting your money. You're paying way more than you should be already, even if you buy it straight cash without financing it, and you're gonna finance it and pay even more money. If you don't have the cash in your pocket to buy the shoe, you should not be buying them. It's as simple as that. Wake up, smack yourself in the back of the head, biff yourself, wake up. This is tough love. If I didn't care about people, I wouldn't even make a big deal of this. I care about the world. I care about people. Stop wasting your money on sneakers. If you can't get the sneaker for retail, move on. Don't pay like monthly payments for a fucking pair of shoes. That is such a waste of money, and I feel like, honestly, it's almost disrespecting yourself. I mean, like, that's crazy. Like, financing a house, yeah, that's one thing. That's big money. But a fucking pair of shoes for a couple of $1,000s? Come on, man. If you want something and you can't afford it, then figure out how to make more money. Don't finance something small like a pair of shoes for a couple of $1,000s. And you shouldn't even, in my opinion, pay thousands of dollars for a pair of shoes. If you gotta pay that much money for a pair of shoes, move on to the next pair. I mean, unless you really need them, you know, which in that case, you know, if you don't have money like that, you don't really need them. Everyone wants to be richy rich, but how many of you guys really are, you know? And it's okay if you're not, you know, filthy rich, blowing your nose with $100 bills. There's nothing wrong with that. But get in where you fit in, man. Like, chill. It's crazy. Like, people paying over $1,000 for those Yeezy Boost, like those shoes, like they're not even like, when you have them in your hand, they don't even look like they're worth $190 or $200. I forgot how much they charge for those damn shoes. $200, I think. They don't even feel like they're worth that, you know? Like, the Ultra Boost feels like it's worth more than the Yeezy Boost. Like, for real, man. Anyone that owns both shoes will agree with me. I guarantee you. The Ultra Boost is way nicer than the Yeezy Boost, in my opinion. I mean, you know, I'm not forcing this down your throat. You may feel both of them. If so, that's alright. You know, as I said, we all got different tastes, but it's not far from, you know, a different thing right there. Like, and people paying $1,000 for it. Waste of money. Don't finance shoes. That's silly, man. That's some silly, corny shit, man. Respect your pockets. Respect your dollar. Like, really, respect yourself. Like, I don't understand this world, man. People are fucking crazy. Next, we got a bunch of people asking about D-Rose. I'm not going to just not speak about it, but I really don't know much about it, so I'm not going to speak about it, but I'm going to acknowledge it. So people are like, oh, what are you ignoring? I don't know what's going on with him. I'm hearing there's allegations of a few different things, but I don't know much about it. So until I know more about it, I can't speak on that. It's just not right. Let's see. Rashid wants me to speak about my thoughts on the LeBron 13s. I think they're okay. Also, the Kyrie 2 images that leaked. It's just little small images I've seen so far. I can't judge the Kyrie 2 yet, just on those little images. And my thoughts on the Kobe 11 being designed by Tinker. We'll see. Tinker in the past, 8 to 10 years hasn't been on fire. It's a hit or a miss with him. So we'll see. I'm going to keep it 100. I'm not going to, kiss Tinker's ass because of all the amazing stuff he's done in the past, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not going to praise Tinker or whatever he does, It's not happening. Some of the Tinker stuff he's put out has not been hot. Some of it has been, though, Some of it has been fire, but not all of it has in the past decade, we'll say. Next we got from J. Ray. Another thing I really want to speak about. He wants my thoughts on Straight Outta Compton. I thought the movie was excellent. I was shocked how good it was. I did not think it was going to be that great. I was expecting it to be kind of like how the Notorious movie was, which it was like 20 times better than Notorious. They really did the thing with the movie. They kept it so official, from even the backgrounds and the props on the sets. Like, it really had a lot of authentic stuff going on from back in the 80s, to like all the news that was going on, to the looks, to the stories. Everything was really on point. I loved how, as time went on, you would even hear, like, in the club, like when Easy and Ice Cube, they ran into each other in the club, you heard Flavor in your ear, and then the Cream, the DJ, was playing. So you got an idea, like, the time frames of, when that was, when they met back up after all that shit that was going on between all of them. I did a really great job. Sad ending with Eazy-E passing. Man, it was a great movie, and it's unbelievable how, all those kids played such great roles. Especially Ice-T's son, I thought did such a great job. It was such a good movie. I definitely want to watch it, like, not even again, like 3 to 4 more times. It was so good. I kept tweeting while I was watching it. I was like really into it. They did such a great job on the movie. If you didn't see Straight Outta Compton, like, I know like some people may say, oh, I'll see when it comes out. You should probably see it in the theaters because it's a great movie. It's a really great movie if you're a fan of hip hop, you know. Like if you're a real diehard fan of hip hop, like it's a must watch in the theaters. I can't even recall one corny part of the movie. Like it was pretty damn good all the way through. Like the movie had no dull moments. It wasn't slow at all. It was fucking good, man. Go see Straight Outta Compton for real. Like go see it. Damn, now I want to see that shit again. Jay Ray writes that he loves the show. Keep it up. What's my favorite Adidas shoe of all time? I'd probably say, you know, the Superstar, the Stan Smith, or the Top Tens. Love those. You know, there's a like. I'll like switch it up. You know, one day I'll say I like the Top 10 Adidas, the best. You know, one day I'll say the Stan Smiths. Because, you know, when I put them on my feet, I look at them and I say, damn, these things look so dope. And it's like, that's the one. Like, that's the one you love. But then you throw on another one and it just looks so right on your feet, you know. I like the old, you know, classics. That's just what I like. I know some of you guys will be like, oh, yeah, the Yeezy Boost. That's my favorite Adidas shoe. It's alright though, man. It's alright, I ain't mad at you. Next we got from Key. He writes, my thoughts about the Air Jordan City pack, the 10s that are rumored to release. It really has to go down because it's been way too long. Like, that pack has to go down. Like, I really want some of those. You know, the New York one, the Seattle one. Like, hopefully this is true. No Bum Kicks writes about the midsole falling apart on the Yeezy 350 Boost, the black colorway. I haven't heard nothing about that, but that sucks. Carmine writes FBCC versus the remake. I've had like 4 people asking about that. I guess there's something going on between them. I have no clue. I don't know if you're asking me which one I like better as far as with customs. I'm not really that familiar with the customs on that remake, dude. If they're having some kind of issue, because I have a funny feeling that's the case, because I literally have like 6 people ask me about that. All I gotta say is, man, all this internet beefing and shit is just a waste of time, waste of money. You guys are never gonna see each other. Just going back and forth on a computer or your phone, it's just a waste of time. It's waste of energy. I've learned throughout my years just to ignore anything you don't like on the internet. It's the internet. You're looking at a screen at the end of the day. All you have to do is just change it. It's a waste of your time, your aggravation. Just forget about it. Anyone that ever has internet issues with another person, ignore that shit. Focus on getting money, man. Focus on being happy. Focus on the real world. Focus on, you know, what's outside of your door. What's around you at your house. Forget about what's going on in the computer screen. What's going on your phone. That shit is not real life. That's the best advice. If there is even an issue, I don't give a shit, because those dudes don't give a shit about me. Those dudes don't fuck with me like that, so I don't care about that. You know, I only care about people that rock with me. So it is what it is. I mean, at the end of the day, too, that's what the problem is nowadays. Everyone wants to get into everyone else's business, you know? Everyone wants to make 2 people's issue become their entertainment, you know? But those 2 people, not necessarily these 2 people you're talking about. I'm just using this thing that you guys brought up to me. People put stuff out there in the public for attention sometimes, you know? And you guys bite onto it, whether it's 2 people doing it together as one on the low just to get attention, or one person calling out another person just to get attention. Whatever the case is, man, that's the way of the world now with the internet, man. That people don't know how to mind their own business. Like, they don't know how to really mind their own damn business. Like, who gives a shit about them two? Like, no disrespect. Like, I mean, but for me, like, I don't give a shit about those 2 dudes. Like, for real. Like, why would I give a shit about those 2 dudes? Like, you know? That's the problem, man. In 2015, everyone wants to talk about everyone whenever people have an issue, you know? That's the biggest problem, man. That's what this whole internet thing is, man. Everyone looks to have people bumping heads with each other so that everyone can be spectators in the comment box and get, entertainment out of the shit. Two people that are going at it are the two puppets, because everyone in the comment box is feeding the fire for their own entertainment. Meanwhile, everyone in that comment box, I'd say 80% really don't give a shit about them. And I'm being fair, it's probably 99% of the people in the comment box. They don't really give a shit about them. Or me, if I ever had an issue. Or you, if you ever had an issue online. Don't take the internet so seriously. I know there's so many young people that are listening to this, man. Because I see you guys when I'm out and about, and you guys, see me out there. Yo, you DJ Delz, and I see you young dudes, man. I see older heads too, man. But the young kids, the internet really affects your lives, man. The internet is just the fucking internet, man. You're looking at a screen. Half these people you're arguing with maybe on the internet, you're never going to see them in your life, man. Focus on what's going on around you in your own community. Focus on getting money. Focus on that, you know what I mean? Focus on real life, not all this internet BS. Like, you're wasting your time. Like, this shit is like imaginary, It really is. It's like some weirdo shit sometimes too, man. Like, for real. It's crazy. It's crazy. I don't even know what else to say. Shit is crazy. I think I knocked out everyone's questions for today. I think we're going to call it a night. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hit you with some real shit, I think. I try to give you guys, some real talk, Like, you're going to get a lot of different stuff here, man, on these podcasts. All different stuff. If I missed your questions, I apologize. There's always the next podcast. If you didn't listen to last week's, please listen to the last podcast. I work really hard at these. I really give you guys my all. Like, for real, man. When I speak, it's really my all. Like, so if you really enjoyed this and you didn't listen to last week's, just go in the description box below and listen to that one. As far as the weekend releases, I'll have plenty of info on my blog, thesneakeraddict.com. Just go to my blog, check it out. Give you a head start on what's going on. Try to help you out. Follow the Twitter. And also, this is actually the best way to end this podcast. Rest in peace to Daryl Chocolate Thunder Dawkins. Grew up watching him as a kid. Always had great energy, even when you'd see him All-Star Weekend. It's a shame, man. It's definitely a shame. We're losing a lot of people, man. Focus on your health, man. I'm trying to focus on mine. Go to the doctor. A lot of people don't go to the doctor. Sean Price just recently passed away. Very young. Roddy Piper passed away. Rest in peace to Roddy Piper, too. I didn't even speak about that because that was like on an off week. One of my favorite WWE wrestlers as a kid. I mean, I grew up watching Roddy. Definitely like one of my favorites as a kid. And he was great on Legends House too on the network. If you haven't watched it, it's worth watching. It was really good. Definitely a shame. We're losing a lot of people, man. It's crazy. But just hearing this news yesterday, definitely had to just say rest in peace to Big Chocolate Thunder. That dude was funny, man. We're going to end this podcast. Hope everyone has a great weekend. And with that said, we out.